Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us again for another little edition of Mind Matters, a Moment for the Mind. Today, I am going to introduce to you a strategy that I use and also teach quite a bit just to help when we are feeling a little extra stress in our lives. Stress may not necessarily be a bad thing at all, but a lot of times through the course of the day, we can get overwhelmed with a whole bunch of new information or different thought patterns or different things that we have to do. And so this is a way to actually just allow yourself to check in with the body and then work with reducing the stress level where you can, even if it's just by a little bit. So this strategy is called Earth, Air, Water, Fire, and it was originally developed by Elan Shapiro. The four basic elements, earth, air, water, fire, help us to remember the order in which to do the sequence and also just work really well with the different parts of the strategy. So for earth, what I want you to do is just take your feet and put them on the floor and really ground into the present moment. So feel your feet on the floor, press your toes into the ground. You can look around and notice your present space, notice the things that are in the room or that are right around you, but get yourself really grounded in the present moment, okay? And then with air, it is exactly what it says, take a breath. Okay, so really easy to remember. Generally, you can take a breath in any way that feels comfortable for you. If you want to work with the diaphragm breathing and doing it with a count, some people really love doing the inhale for 4 breaths, hold for 2, exhale for a count of 4, and then hold for a count of 2. So again, you're just sitting there with your feet on the floor and then inhaling for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 2, exhale for a count of 4, and hold for a count of 2. Good, and just do that for a few patterns, or do it for 10 to 12 patterns, or do it for 2 whole minutes or 4 minutes. Do it until you feel yourself really calming in the body. Okay, so once again, earth is feet on the floor, air is take a breath, and then we move into water, and water is where you make saliva or make spit. Or you can just take a drink of water or take a drink of hot tea, But essentially, when we are making saliva or spit in our mouth, then our digestion is turning on. And when our digestion is turning on, then our fight, flight, and freeze response is not activated, okay? When we're in a state of fight, flight, or freeze, one of the first things that happens is our digestion shuts off. So you may notice if you're ever really anxious or panicked, you get a dry mouth. That's because we're not digesting food at that moment. We're too busy worrying about what it is that we need to do to survive the moment. Okay, so then by reversing that and then consciously making spit or taking a drink of water, it helps to turn the digestion back on, thus letting the body know that we're no longer in a state of danger, or we're not in a state of danger, okay? So just to review again, earth, feet on the floor, air, take a breath, water, make spit, okay? And then fire, we use our fire up here to fire up our imagination. And with this, you can think about a calming place, a calming person, a calming experience. Anything that what you think about brings you a sense of calm as you think about it, okay? If you don't have anything that comes to mind right away, and as long as you're in a safe space, then just use wherever you are at that moment and reminding yourself, okay, I'm safe. Whew, I can handle this, okay? So once again, just to review, earth, feel your feet on the floor, air, take a breath, water, make spit, and fire, use your imagination. Go to a calm place in your mind. And then one more time, earth, feel your feet on the floor, air, take a breath, water, make spit, and fire, use your imagination and find a calm place in your mind. And again, if you ever are doing this and it doesn't feel good or doesn't feel right, then just stop and we'll work with a different way to try and get things to calm down. I hope you've enjoyed this little message and I can't wait to see you again. Until then, I wish you well.